on the way home after all the work was done, and coming back from the moon and being able to rotate a bit to keep thermal balance on the spacecraft. We were rotating to keep balance on the spacecraft, which allowed every 2 minutes a 360-degree panorama of Earth, Moon, Sun, and a 360-degree panorama of the heavens. Wow. That blows you away. And what happened, and this has happened to all of us in one form or another, I've probably been a little more vocal about it than others, some of the others, and my experience with getting my PhD in astronomy and astrophysics helped enhance my appreciation of it. But from space, when you're in space, the star systems, the heavens, are 10 times as bright, 10 times as many stars as what you can see on Earth on the highest mountain on the clearest night. And that's because of the intervening atmosphere, which looks like a little thin rind around the Earth when you see it from a distance. Here's this magnificent blue and white Earth and this little rim of atmosphere that keeps away the solar particles and things that allow us to have atmosphere free of these particles that could be devastating to us as living systems. In any event, coming home and being able to look at all of that was overwhelming. It blows you away, and it did me. I suddenly realized from my studies at Harvard and MIT that the molecules of my body and the molecules in the body of the spacecraft and in my partner's bodies were manufactured in some ancient generation stars, because that's where matter is made, in the furnace of star systems. And suddenly those were my molecules, not intellectually, but viscerally. Wow. A visceral experience of unity with star systems. All is one. The first notion came out of that. And it was so, this continued every time I had a little break from my duties and got to look out the window and see this panorama, such that when I came home, I had to find out what in the world was this experience. I've never had anything like this before. And of course, I found nothing in the, started searching for it, nothing in the science literature and nothing in the religious literature. So I had to go to some professors in a nearby university to help me search it out. But one more point, as I was coming back, I realized that we humans have been asking the question forever, as long as we've been sentient beings, and looking into the heavens and saying, what is this? What is my relationship to all of this? What in the world? Who am I? How did I get here? Where's this all going? And that reoccurred, of course, coming back from the moon. And I realized that as the first generation of spacefarers, perhaps we needed to ask that series of questions all over again, because seeing it from this perspective was a totally, completely new experience. And my friends over at Rice University in Houston, whom I'd asked, helped me understand what this experience was about, came back a few weeks later, and out of the Sanskrit, they said, we found something that may fit. And I said, what is it? They called it Salvakapa Samadhi. What is that? I said, what is that? That's the experience where you see things, and it comes out of the Sanskrit, ancient Sanskrit. It's an experience where you see things just like they are separately, but you experience them viscerally as a unity, a oneness internally, accompanied by ecstasy. Now, we have different languages, names for that in different languages. Coming out of Greek, it's a metanoia, change of heart. Satori, out of the Zen, it means a total change in the way you see and experience things. And a blissful acknowledgement, a blissful experience of unity with the universe. And that was the nature of the experience.